Suddenly one word that changes the speed of everything. The disciples waited 10 days in an upper room, and then suddenly a sound like a rushing wind filled the house. God doesn't always work gradually. Sometimes He works suddenly. If this sound reached your heart, hit subscribe. More music like this drops every week. Suddenly a sound like the blowing of a violent wind came from heaven and filled the whole house. Acts 2, verse 2. 10 days of silence in a locked room. No sign, no sound, no fire, no wind, no indication that anything was coming at all. Then suddenly, one word, and the ceiling cracked open and fire sat on every head in the hall. The suddenly of God doesn't send a warning text or a calendar notification before it arrives. It just shows up, violently beautiful, and rewrites everything that survives. You've been waiting in the upper room, locked doors, closed windows, silent ceiling, wondering if anything is coming at all. And the God of the suddenly is about to answer with the most violent, beautiful fall. Suddenly, a sound like a rushing wind filled the whole house where they were sitting tonight. And the God of the suddenly moves at a speed that human patience cannot write. The God of the suddenly, no warning, no preview, no notification, just an explosion of answered prayer. The God of the suddenly, 10 days of silence, then 1 second and fire was everywhere. The suddenly doesn't come gradually, it doesn't trickle in, it doesn't ease in through the door. The God of the suddenly crashes through the ceiling and rewrites the floor. Paul and Silas sang at midnight, and suddenly an earthquake shook the prison, and every door flew open and every chain fell. And the suddenly that followed the worship was the suddenly that emptied every cell. Peter was sleeping in prison, and suddenly an angel appeared and the chains fell, and the iron gate opened by itself in the dark. And the suddenly arrived when human effort had completely missed the mark. Your suddenly is loaded, the wind is building, the fire's forming, and the ceiling of your upper room is about to crack wide. And the God of the suddenly doesn't do slow, He does the fastest ride. The God of the suddenly, no warning, no preview, no notification, just an explosion of answered prayer. The God of the suddenly, 10 days of silence, then 1 second and fire was everywhere. No warning, no preview, just suddenly breaking through. 10 days of silence, 1 second of fire. Hey. The God of the suddenly takes me higher. Suddenly, the ceiling of my waiting room is cracking open right now. The fire is forming, and the wind is coming. Hey, the God of the suddenly, and the 10 days of silence, for the runway, for the most explosive arriving and becoming. From every day, I sat in the upper room wondering the silence meant abandonment or delay. The God of the suddenly, the wind just hit, and and everything is changing today. The color of the suddenly. The color of the suddenly. Suddenly, suddenly. Whoa. The king was drinking from stolen temple cups and celebrating his own power when fingers appeared on the wall. No hand, no arm, nobody, just fingers, writing words that nobody in the room could read or recall. The handwriting on the wall is God's way of interrupting the party that was never supposed to happen at all. Men tickle a parson, numbered way divided. The verdict delivered on plaster before the fall. The king's knees knocked together and his face turned pale, because the handwriting had no sender, but the message was unmistakably clear. And the handwriting on the wall says, God writes verdicts that no human court can interfere. Suddenly the fingers of a human hand appeared and wrote on the plaster of the wall tonight. And the handwriting on the wall is God's verdict written in the most terrifying light. The handwriting on the wall, God writes verdicts that interrupt the party and silence the room. The handwriting on the wall, fingers without a hand, words without a voice, and the message spells doom. The king's knees buckled, the celebration stopped, and the invisible hand delivered the sentence on plaster and clay. The handwriting on the wall, and when God writes the verdict, there is nothing left to say. Jesus wrote in the sand when they brought the woman caught in adultery. Nobody knows what he wrote, but everyone dropped their stones. And the handwriting on the ground was louder than every accusing voice and every legal tone. God wrote the commandments with his own finger on stone. No pen, no chisel, just fire from a fingertip that carved the law. And the handwriting of God carries an authority that makes every written human verdict withdraw. Your accuser has a verdict, but God has a pen. And the handwriting of God overwrites every sentence the enemy filed against your name. And the handwriting on the wall says the final verdict belongs to the one who writes with flame. The handwriting on the wall, God writes verdicts that interrupt the party and silence the room. The handwriting on the wall, fingers without a hand, words without a voice, and the message spells doom. God picked up the pen The wall received the word, the party stopped, the verdict was heard. No hand, no arm, just fingers that write, the handwriting on the wall ends the fight. The handwriting on the wall. God just picked up the pen and the verdict. He is writing over rules every sentence the enemy drafted against me. The handwriting on the wall and the fingers that wrote on Belshazzar's wall are the same fingers rewriting my story so I can be free. From every verdict the world wrote about me on paper that I accepted as final and permanent and true. The handwriting on the wall. God picked up the pen and the verdict He writes makes everything new. The handwriting on the wall. God picked up the pen. God picked up the pen. Every carton of milk has an expiration date, a day when it stops being what it was, and something new must take its place. And pain has an expiration date too, a day stamped on the bottom that says this suffering expires by grace. Your pain feels permanent because you can't see the date printed on the underside of the container where God stamped it. But the expiration is approaching, and the suffering is about to lose its grip and forfeit. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning. The night shift of pain has a clock, and the alarm is about to ring. And the expiration date of pain says this season of hurting is losing its sting. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning light tonight. And the expiration date of pain is closer than the sunrise, and as certain as the light. The expiration date of pain, the suffering has a date stamped on it, and the date is approaching faster than I think. The expiration date of pain. The container is about to expire, and the joy is about to pour from the brink. Weeping as a night shift, but the shift ends at sunrise, and the pain clocks out at dawn. The expiration date of pain, and the morning is about to break with a new song. Jobs, pain at an expiration date, months of boils and loss and silence from God. Then suddenly the voice from the whirlwind, and the restoration doubled. The woman with the issue of blood had a 12-year expiration date. She bled until the day she touched the hem, and the bleeding was troubled. Israel slavery in Egypt expired after exactly 400 years. Not 401, the date was precise. And the expiration of your pain is marked on heaven's calendar with the same precise device. Your pain feels like forever, but forever is not in the vocabulary of suffering. Only joy gets the word forever tonight. And the expiration date of pain is stamped in heaven's most permanent light. The expiration date of pain. This suffering has a date stamped on it, and the date is approaching faster than I think. Ooh. The expiration date of pain. The container is about to expire, and the joy is about to pour from the brink. Pain expires, joy does not. Pain has a day, joy has no slot. The container is expiring soon. The pain clocks out by afternoon. The expiration date of pain. The suffering I'm carrying right now has a date stamped on the bottom, and that date is closer than tomorrow morning. The expiration date of pain. And the joy that replaces the expired pain has no expiration, and no end, and no warning. From every night I thought the weeping would last forever, because the pain felt permanent, and the clock had no hands. The expiration date of pain. The morning is breaking and the suffering is losing its demands. The expiration date of pain. The expiration date of pain. The expiration date of pain. This pain expires.
You didn't build it. You didn't plan it. You didn't even know it existed. But when the storm came, there was a shelter already standing in the exact place you ran to. Someone built it before you needed it. And that someone knew the storm was coming before the first cloud formed. Stay. The best song on this album is still ahead. Subscribe so you never miss one. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalm 46, verse 1. The storm hit and you ran without a plan. No destination, no address, no map, just feet moving through the rain. And somehow you found a shelter, a door that was open, a roof that was standing, a wall that blocked the pain. You didn't build it, you didn't even know the address, but the shelter was waiting, as if someone knew you'd come running. And the shelter you didn't build was designed for this exact storm, by the God who keeps the world from sunning. Elijah ran from Jezebel into the wilderness and collapsed under a tree. He didn't build a shelter. God sent ravens and an angel, and the shelter you didn't build is the provision that arrives before you die. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble tonight. And the shelter you didn't build was standing before the first drop of the fight. The shelter you didn't build, I ran into the storm without a plan, found a door already open with my name. The shelter you didn't build, I didn't design it, didn't construct it, didn't know the address, but the shelter came. Someone built it before the storm.
Someone opened the door before
I knocked in the rain. The shelter you didn't build was
The ark was built before the flood. Noah spent 100 years building what looked crazy, until the water confirmed his obedience. The cities of refuge were built before the crime, shelters pre-positioned for runners who needed emergency allegiance. Rahab's house was positioned on the wall before the spies needed a hiding place. The shelter existed before the threat arrived. And the shelter you didn't build is the provision that God pre-positioned for the moment you survived. Your next storm already has a shelter built. You can't see it yet, but the door is already installed, and the roof is ready above. And the shelter you didn't build was constructed by love. The shelter you didn't build, I ran into the storm without a plan and found a door already open with my name. Whoa, oh, oh, oh. The shelter you didn't build. I didn't design it, didn't construct it, didn't know the address, but the shelter came.
I didn't build it,
But it was there,
I didn't plan it.
but someone cared.
The door was open,
The roof was standing,
the shelter I found.
was God's commanding. The shelter you didn't build, the door I ran through in the storm was built by someone who knew the storm was coming before the first cloud formed. The shelter you didn't build, and the refuge I found without a map was designed for this exact rain and this exact storm. Oh, from every storm I ran through, panicking, thinking there was nowhere to hide, and nobody who prepared.
The shelter you didn't build.
The door was already open, and the builder was already there. The shelter you didn't build. The shelter you didn't build.
Someone built it for me.
Every great book went through drafts. First draft, second draft, 10th draft. Each version closer to the masterpiece than the last. And your life right now is a draft, not the final version. The author is still editing with every experience and every cast. The first draft is spelling errors, plot holes, characters that don't belong in chapters, that need to be cut and rearranged. But the author doesn't throw away the draft. He edits it until the story is changed. You are looking at yourself in draft mode and calling it the finished product, judging the spelling errors as if they're permanent. But the author sees the final version, and the edits are making you magnificent. He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ tonight. And the draft before the final is being edited toward the light. The draft before the final. I am not the finished version, I am the draft that the author is still editing toward perfection. The draft before the final. The spelling errors, the plot holes, the rough chapters are all under correction. The first draft always looks messy, but the final version is worth every red ink mark on the page. The draft before the final, and the author is still writing at every stage. Peter's first draft was impulsive, denying cursing, but the author edited him into the rock that the church was built upon. Moses' first draft was a murderer with a speech impediment, but the author edited him into the liberator before the dawn. Paul's first draft was a religious terrorist hunting Christians, but the author edited him into the apostle of grace. And the draft before the final is the proof that God doesn't publish first drafts. He edits and refines the space. Your first draft is not your final draft. The red ink on the page is not rejection, it's revision toward the version God designed. And the draft before the final is being edited by the greatest author mind. The draft before the final, I am not the finished version. I am the draft that the author is still editing toward perfection. Whoa. The draft before the final, the spelling errors, the plot holes, the rough chapters are all under correction. First draft messy, final draft clean. Red ink edits what's in between. The author writes, the author corrects. The draft before the final gets God's best edits. The draft before the final, the red ink on my page is not rejection, it is the author making me into the version he always saw. The draft before the final, and Peter's draft became the rock, and Paul's draft became grace. And my draft is becoming more without flaw. From every mirror where I saw the first draft and called it the finished product, and hated the spelling errors, the draft before the final, the author is still editing, and the final version will have no terrors. The draft before the final, the draft before the final, the author is still editing.
No. Hey. Every building by law must have an emergency exit, a way out that is always accessible, even when the main doors are locked and blocked. And God has built an emergency exit into every situation you will ever face. The exit cannot be bricked up or knocked. Paul said God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. With the temptation he provides a way out and an escape. And the emergency exit is not optional decoration, it is a structural requirement in the building of your landscape. The walls might be closing and the smoke might be rising, and the main door might be locked from the outside in, but the emergency exit is glowing green in the corner. And the exit has always been built in. God is faithful and will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, but will provide a way of escape tonight. And the emergency exit is glowing green in the darkest room of light. The emergency exit, God built a way out of every situation I will ever face. And the exit is always accessible. The emergency exit, the walls are closing, the smoke is rising, but the green light in the corner is visible.
emergency exit was installed before the building was finished above.
The emergency exit.
And the way out was designed by love. The Red Sea was Israel's emergency exit. Water on both sides, but dry ground in the middle, where there was no ground before. Daniel's emergency exit was an angel's hand on every lion's jaw, keeping death from reaching the floor. The three Hebrew boys' emergency exit was a fourth man in the fire, who turned the furnace into a prayer room overnight. And the emergency exit of God doesn't remove the fire, it walks you through it without a single burn or blight. Your walls are closing, your smoke is rising, the main door is locked, but look at the corner, the green light is glowing, and the exit is clear. And the emergency exit was installed by the architect, who knew this fire was coming and prepared the gear.
The emergency exit.
God built a way out
of every situation
I will ever face,
and the exit
is always
accessible. The emergency exit.
the walls are closing, the smoke is rising,
But the green light
in the corner
is visible.
walls closing, smoke rising, main door locked, the God's devising,
Green light glowing
in the corner, the emergency exit
is my forewarner.
yeah.
The emergency exit.
The walls just closed, the smoke just hit, and I looked in the corner, and the green light of the way out is glowing brighter than the fire.
The emergency exit.
And the God who installed the exit before the fire started is the God who walks me through every burning desire, from every room where I thought there was no way out, and the walls were closing, and the oxygen was running thin, and the fear was mounting higher.
The emergency exit.
Was glowing green in the corner the whole time, and the exit leads to everything I require.
The emergency exit. The emergency exit.
The way out is glowing. Yeah. Talent opens the door, but obedience keeps it open. The world runs on ability, but heaven runs on yes. Saul had talent tied to crown and a kingdom, but his disobedience cost him everything he had in excess. Samuel told Saul obedience is better than sacrifice. The most expensive offering can't buy what a simple yes can purchase. And the currency of obedience is the only currency that heaven accepts. At the surface, your talent got you the interview, but your obedience gets you the promotion in heaven's system and fire. And the currency of obedience buys what no amount of talent can compile. To obey is better than sacrifice, and to heed is better than the fatter rams tonight. And the currency of obedience purchases what talent cannot buy in the light. The currency of obedience. Heaven doesn't run on talent, it runs on yes, and the yes buys everything. because he paid with the wrong offering. Obedience is better than sacrifice. A simple yes outweighs a golden altar stacked with rams. The currency of obedience, and heaven only accepts the yes, not the programs. Abraham's obedience on the mountain bought Isaac's future. The yes that cost everything purchased the nation's birth. Noah's obedience for 100 years, building an ark in the desert, bought the survival of every species on earth. Mary's obedience in the small room, let it be done to me, bought the salvation of every human soul in the timeline. And the currency of obedience is the smallest yes purchases the largest divine. Your next yes might look small, a prayer, a fast, a forgiveness, a step, but the currency of that yes buys territory you can't see. And the currency of obedience is the most powerful economy free. Of obedience, heaven doesn't run on talent, it runs on yes, and the yes buys everything. The currency of obedience, all had the crown but lost the kingdom because he paid with the wrong offering. Not talent but yes, not sacrifice but obedience blessed. One yes from Abraham bought a nation. One yes from Mary bought salvation. Ooh, the currency of obedience. My next yes is about to purchase something my talent could never afford, and my sacrifice could never buy. The currency of obedience, and the simple yes that cost me everything, is the currency that heaven counts is the most high. From every door I try to open with talent and ability, not knowing the lock only accepts the key of yes. The currency of obedience, one yes and the door opens and the kingdom says access. The currency of obedience, my yes is the currency. My yes is the currency.
There is a version of you that God designed before the world broke you and reshaped you into someone you were never meant to be. And the reunion is the moment you meet that version, the original, the one God drew before the injury. You've been living as the edited version, the one fear shaped, the one rejection molded, the one trauma sculpted from the clay. But the original you is still alive, stored in heaven's archives, waiting for the reunion day. The prodigal son reunited with the father, but the deeper reunion was with himself, the version of him that existed before the pig farm. And the reunion is not with God only, it's with the you that God designed before the harm. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. The original version is the one he designed tonight. And the reunion with who you were meant to be is the most beautiful sight. The reunion. I am about to meet the version of me that God designed. trauma, rejection, and loss.
But the original
Was shaped by God's own hand.
The reunion.
And the moment I meet the real me is the moment I finally stand. Jacob became Israel. The reunion with his true identity happened at the river after wrestling
All night long.
Peter became the rock. The reunion with his true identity happened on the beach after the denial song. Paul became the apostle. The reunion with his true identity happened on a road when blindness gave him sight.
That was true.
And the reunion with who God designed you to be is the most transformative breakthrough. Your true name, your true calling, your true capacity stored in the original file that God created before your first scar. And the reunion is closer than you think. You're almost at the star.
The reunion.
I am about to meet the version of me that God designed before the world reshaped me with its fear. Oh,
The reunion.
the original me is still alive in heaven's archive, waiting for me to appear. Oh, the original me,
Still alive.
stored in heaven,
Ready to arrive.
before the trauma.
Before the fear.
The real me is drawing near. The reunion. I am shedding the version the world made and stepping into the version God designed. And the original is more beautiful than I imagined. The reunion. And the moment I meet the real me is the moment every counterfeit identity is abandoned. From every mirror where I saw the edited version and thought that was all there was to see.
The reunion.
The original file is loading and the real me is about to be free.
The reunion.
The reunion.
The reunion.
I meet the real me. The reunion. Shared is up in the moonlight. Who needs peaceful music today? This sound was made to be passed on. The understudy knows every word of every scene, but nobody knows the understudy's name. Rehearses in empty theaters, memorizes in silent rooms, and waits for a night that may never came. David was the understudy, tending sheep while brothers stood in line for the anointing oil. He knew every psalm, every prayer, every note of the harp, but nobody counted him worth the toil. Then the prophet said, send for the one in the field, and the invisible preparation met the visible flash. And the understudy became the king, because faithfulness in the field pays cash. He who is faithful in little will be faithful in much. The understudy starts with the smallest task tonight, and the invisible preparation becomes the visible performance in the light. The understudy, learning every line in the dark, waiting for the night the director calls my name. The understudy, faithful in the invisible
an understudy. In the wings before the stage, the understudy. The night the lead steps down, the understudy owns the page. Esther spent a year in preparation before one dinner saved a nation from the grave. Joseph managed a prison before he managed an economy. The understudy rehearsal made him brave. Elisha served Elijah for years, pouring water on his hands before the double portion fell. And the understudy season is where invisible faithfulness builds what only the spotlight will tell. Your understudy season is the director positioning you in the wings, learning every line before the lights. And the understudy is about to hear your arm step into the night. Yeah, the understudy, learning every line in the dark, waiting for the night the director calls my name. Oh, the understudy, faithful in the invisible, faithful in the small. The preparation owns the frame, learning every line in the dark wings, memorizing every cue for what the moment brings. The lead steps down, the understudy steps up, invisible to visible, filling the cup. The understudy, the director just looked in the wings and called my name. And the invisible season is producing the performance of a lifetime. The understudy, the faithfulness in the field, the prison, the kitchen is the resume that qualifies me for the paradigm. From every day I stood in the wings, watching someone else perform the role I memorized alone. The understudy, the director said you're on and the stage is mine, and the spotlight has shone. The understudy, the understudy. My name was just called. My name was just called.
A wire without voltage is just metal. It has potential, but no power flowing through its veins. And faith without action is the same. The wire is there, but nothing moves until the current contains. The voltage of faith is not the size of the faith, but the connection to the source that sends the power through the cable. Mustard seed faith moves mountains, not because the seed is big, but because the seed is connected to the table. A tiny wire connected to a power plant carries more voltage than a thick rope disconnected from the grid. And the voltage of faith says connection to the source determines the power, not the size of what you did. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move, and it will move tonight. And the voltage of faith is determined by the connection, not the size in the light. The voltage of faith, it's not the size of my faith that moves mountains, it's the connection to the source of the power. The voltage of faith, a mustard seed connected to God carries more voltage than a boulder disconnected in the tower. The wire is small, the seed is tiny, but the power plant is infinite, and the current flows through what's connected. The voltage of faith, and my small faith plugged into God is the most electrified thing resurrected.
issue of blood had enough faith for one touch. The smallest voltage but connected to the highest power. And one touch carried enough current to stop 12 years of bleeding in 1 hour. Peter had enough faith for one step on the water. Just one. The smallest voltage but connected to Jesus on the way. And one step carried enough current to walk on liquid because the connection made him brave. Your faith might feel small tonight. Mustard seed size, barely enough to whisper a prayer in the dark. But the voltage of faith says one seed connected to the power plant lights up the park. The voltage of faith, it's not the size of my faith that moves mountains. It's the connection to the source of the power. The voltage of faith, a mustard seed connected to God carries more voltage than a boulder disconnected in the tower. Small seed, big source, thin wire, full force. One touch, 12 years healed. One step, the water sealed. The voltage of faith. My faith is small, but the power plant it's connected to is infinite. And the current is already flowing through me. The voltage of faith. One touch healed, one step walked. And my mustard seed faith is about to move the mountain I can see. From every moment I thought my faith was too small to make a difference or move a single pebble on the hill. The voltage of faith. The seed is connected and the power is flowing, and the mountain is about to feel the voltage of faith. The voltage of faith. Small faith, infinite power. Praise is not the feeling, it is a structure, an architecture with walls and a roof that builds a dwelling place for the King. Psalm 22 says God inhabits the praises of His people, meaning praise is real estate where God chooses to live and sing. When you praise, you are not just expressing emotion, you are constructing a room that God walks into and sits down. And the architecture of praise says the quality of the structure determines the weight of the crown. A house built with cheap material collapses under pressure, but a house built with praise stands through every earthquake and every storm. And the architecture of praise is the strongest building material that has ever been formed. You are enthroned upon the praises of Israel. God sits on what you build with your mouth tonight. And the architecture of praise constructs the throne room for the light. The architecture of praise. Every word of worship is a brick and every song is a wall in the house where God lives. The architecture of praise. God inhabits what I build with my mouth. And the structure forgives. Praise is not decoration, it is foundation. Not the feeling but the structure with load-bearing walls. The architecture of praise and the building I construct with worship never falls. Jehoshaphat built a structure of praise in front of 3 armies, and the structure was so strong the armies destroyed each each other inside it. Paul and Silas built a structure of praise at midnight in chains, and the structure was so powerful an earthquake couldn't fight it. David built a structure of praise so consistently that he was called a man after God's own heart. The architecture became his identity, and the architecture of praise is what you build with your mouth determines your proximity to the divinity. Your praise right now is laying bricks. Every worship song is a wall. Every hallelujah is a beam in the ceiling. And the architecture of praise is constructing a room that God is about to walk into with healing. The architecture of praise, every word of worship is a brick, and every song is a wall in the house where God lives. Oh, the architecture of praise, God inhabits what I build with my mouth. And the structure forgives, brick by brick, song by song, wall by wall. Praise built strong, God inhabits what I construct. The architecture of praise is heaven's conduct. The architecture of praise. I am building a house with my mouth right now, and the God of the universe is about to walk through the door and sit down. The architecture of praise and the structure I'm constructing with every word of worship is the most permanent building in town. From every silent season where I stopped building and the walls of praise crumbled and God's presence felt distant and cold. The architecture of praise. I pick up the bricks and start building again, and the presence fills the walls I hold. The architecture of praise. The architecture of praise. I build and he inhabits.
Oh la 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 la, oh la la la, oh, oh la la la, oh la. Yeah. There is an envelope in heaven with your name on the front, sealed with wax that only God's thumb can break open. The envelope contains the next chapter, the instructions, the timing, the details, and the seal means it's not yet spoken. God seals things for a reason, not to hide them from you, but to protect them until the moment is right for the opening. And the envelope he sealed is the proof that the next chapter exists, even though the pages aren't yet showing. Revelation speaks of a scroll sealed with 7 seals, that only the Lamb was worthy to open at the throne. And the envelope is sealed for you will be open when the Lamb says the timing has grown. The scroll with 7 seals could not be opened until the Lamb who was worthy came forward tonight. And the envelope is sealed for you will be open at the appointed light. The envelope is sealed. There is a sealed chapter in heaven The envelope is sealed. The next instructions, the next chapter, the next season is inside, and it survives. The seal is not rejection, it is protection. The contents are too valuable to be opened early or exposed to rain. The envelope is sealed, and when the wax breaks, the contents will explain the pain. Abraham's envelope was sealed for 25 years. The contents were Isaac, but the wax didn't break until Sarah laughed at the age. Joseph's envelope was sealed for 13 years. The contents were a throne, but the wax didn't break until Pharaoh needed a sage. The disciples' envelope was sealed until Pentecost. The contents were power, but the wax didn't break until the 10th day in the room. And the envelope he sealed for you has contents so valuable that an early opening would be consumed. Your sealed envelope is almost ready. The wax is softening, the timing is aligning. The Lamb is reaching for the scroll right now, and the envelope he sealed is about to be opened, and the contents will make you bow. The envelope he sealed, there is a sealed chapter in heaven with my name, and the wax will break when the timing arrives. The envelope he sealed, the next instructions, the next chapter, the next season is inside, and it survives. Sealed with wax, protected inside. The contents wait for the right time. The Lamb reaches, the seal breaks, the envelope open, and the future wakes. The envelope is sealed, the wax is cracking, the seal is breaking, and the contents of the next chapter of my life are about to spill onto the table. The envelope is sealed, and what God protected inside that sealed envelope is more beautiful than anything I imagined I was able. From every sealed season, where the next chapter was invisible, and the instructions were hidden behind wax I couldn't break. The envelope he sealed, the Lamb just reached for the scroll, and the next chapter is about to wake. The envelope he sealed.